So they jump away, as I say, a long way for them to go. Amongst those that show up prominently are Lisnagar Oscar, the pink jacket at Trevelyan's Corn, and also Kingsplace towards the outside as we reach the first of the 13 obstacles. Downtown Getaway was keen on the way down, a little bit keen in the race itself, which is being steadily run early. The captain's in, the yellow jacket of Champagne Well, or towards the outside is Arthur Mack, and those charting a wide, of course, include Des Pictons. At this stage, Champ in those green and gold hoops is 3 from the back with Walk Away and Emitom, both towards the tail as well. But it's a very steady gallop early on, being set by Lisnagar Oscar on the inside of Trevelyan's Corn. If anything, it's steadied still further. Kingsplace on the outside of Champagne Well, who's improved his position at the expense of the likes of the captain's in. Downtown Getaway attempting to be settled. Ardlethen comes next, just ahead of Champ as they turn away, with Arthur Mack, Des Pictons, and the last two in a tightly bunched field are Walk Away and Emitom. So they turn into the back straight now, and they remain tightly bunched with Trevelyan's Corn for Harry Cobden, spearheading the leading trio now with Lisnagar Oscar and Sean Bowen on the inside, and on the outside races Kingsplace in the green with the yellow. Moving into 4th place is Champagne Well, just ahead of Arthur Mack and Des Pictons towards the outside as they step over that. Slight mistake by Kingsplace. Still the back markers Walk Away in company with Emitom. Champ just precedes those as they race towards the middle one down the back. So out in front, Trevelyan's Corn. Lisnagar Oscar jumped it well. A mistake there by Champagne Well. Paddy Brennan briefly was in danger of being dislodged from the saddle, but sat tight enough in the yellow colours, but that's knocked him back into midfield. So Trevelyan's Corn it is who continues to lead. Kingsplace virtually eclipsed on the outside with Lisnagar Oscar. Downtown Getaway with Arthur Mack, and on the outside Des Pictons. Champagne Well rises about 7th place, just ahead of Ardlethen. Then we have the captains in the pale colours, and Champ is 2 from the back with Walk Away and Emitom held up by Gavin Sheehan at the tail of what is still a tightly clustered field. So still a long way to go, 9 flights of hurdles to take, and Trevelyan's Corn leading by a length from Kingsplace on the outside of Lisnagar Oscar. Downtown Getaway now a clear 4th, of course in the green and white diamonds, just ahead of Arthur Mack and Des Pictons towards the outside. Making ground on the inner is the captains in the pale colours. Champagne Well and Ardlethen are also in that line. Champ comes next. Des Pictons pretty wide round the bend there, 4 or 5 deep. Moving through into a share of 5th place, still held up at the back, both Walk Away and Emitom. So making their way up the home straight, still with well over a circuit to travel. Out in front, it is Trevelyan's Corn who leads the way, and over, still with a length advantage. Not for the first time, Kingsplace wasn't as fluent as some of them. On the inside, Lisnagar Oscar closes for a share of 2nd. Downtown Getaway, then Des Pictons towards the outside. Arthur Mack improves, a 2nd mistake by Champagne Well, who's the other one who's made errors. Ardlethen improving on the outside of the captain's in. Still Champ biding his time as they head towards the next one up home straight. Will be the last of the circuit's time. Back 2 to rise over it. That included Emitom and Walk Away. So there hasn't actually been that much change in the order. A couple of sloppy leaps by Champagne Well, most noticeably, and also Kingsplace. In front of the grandstands, they are pretty well grouped here, as on the inside, Lisnagar Oscar continues to dispute the running with Trevelyan's Corn. Half a length away to Kingsplace on the outside, then Downtown Getaway in 4th. Des Pictons comes next. Up the inside, it's the captain's in, who's alongside Arthur Mack and Ardlethen. Just slightly drifting back is Champagne Well after those errors. Champ just now beginning to get not anxious yet, but Mark Walsh just trying to work out whether he can negotiate a passage through a bit of traffic, because they're remaining tightly bunched and they haven't gone very fast. Emitom is another who's still towards the back, likewise Walk Away for Robbie Power, and they'll be mindful that in terms of a staying hurdle, this might turn into a relative test of speed. Trevelyan's Corn towards the 6th last, from Lisnagar Oscar in 2nd place. Then in 3rd is Kingsplace. Downtown Getaway, Trevelyan's Corn makes his first mistake of the race. Lisnagar Oscar is now sharing the lead. The captain's in right behind. Downtown Getaway, Arthur Mack, Des Pictons, Ardlethen. Champ now just beginning, along with Emitom, to try and plot a path through the field, where there's still spaces at a premium, and still the back marker is Walk Away. So the pace just beginning to lift slightly, but you can see there's a lot of horses here, tightly bunched, because of the fact they haven't gone very fast to this point. Lisnagar Oscar on the inside of Trevelyan's Corn and Kingsplace. Champ is beginning to try and improve now amongst horses really wasn't much of that room over that flood of hurdles, but he jumped it well, and all of a sudden is now a little bit lit up, being put amongst them. And you can see how tightly bunched they are. So the roll call is Lisnagar Oscar on the rails, Trevelyan's Corn in the pink jacket, 3 wide is Kingsplace. Now Des Pictons and Ardlethen are the two that have covered ground. Champ is trying to work his way through the field. You can see Arthur Mack getting caught on the heels there of one of the horses just struggling to hold his position in King's Place. Emitom is getting onto the back of Champ and still walk away Robbie Power with a whole field in front of him, and virtually all of them still on the bridle. This is going to be a messy contest on the run back towards the judge. So Lisnagar Oscar leads Trevelyan's Corn, Des Pictons and Ardlethen. Champ on Downtown Getaway are the first 6. Still walk away follows Champ into the race. The pale colours with the black sleeves, but there are a lot of chances as we race towards the third last. Lisnagar Oscar will rise narrowly in the lead from Trevelyan's Corn. Champ now emerges amongst the leaders. Then Ardlethen from the back trying to rally his Champagne well. Walk away on the inside. Emitom is now trying to get onto Champ's tail. He draws alongside Lisnagar Oscar travelling strongly. Emitom and Walk Away are trying to close as they run down towards the last. Mark Walsh sitting quietly on Champ. Lisnagar Oscar to the inside. Emitom being produced in third. This is the last. Champ is over in the lead. Emitom reached for it. Disputes second with Lisnagar Oscar. Then behind these Walk Away. But it's Champ who's about 3 to 4 lengths clear here from Emitom. Lisnagar Oscar and Walk Away. And Champ for Mark Walsh and Nicky Henderson. Emitom is sticking to the task, but he's not closing fast enough at the moment. And Champ regains the winning thread. Chance ride for Mark Walsh, and an astute one as well. Picked his way through a steadily run race. On top from Emitom at the last. Lisnagar Oscar was third. Walk Away in fourth place. Then the likes of Arthur Mack. Sick for Champagne well. Downtown Getaway, Ardlethen. King's Place is next.